Hi, I'm Jack Heape, and I'm a wedding officiant in Columbia, South Carolina. Often I get phone calls and inquiries about getting married after graduation from basic training at Fort Jackson. Now, on my website is an explanation of the process to do so, and I will have a link down in the description below about that whole process. But to briefly cover it, Fort Jackson, when a soldier gets ready to graduate, they have a family day on Wednesday. Thursday is graduation. On graduation day at 9:30 in the morning is usually when graduation occurs. It takes about an hour. And then after graduation, the soldiers are marched back to their barracks, and then sometime around noon they're released. That is when the family can be with them, and they are allowed to leave the base after graduation. They are not allowed to leave the base on family day. So what I often do is I will meet couples that want to get married after graduation on graduation day somewhere inside of Columbia. It's 15 to 20 minutes away to most of the locations. All the venues are free. I'll also have a link in the description below listing all of those free venues. Sometime before the graduation day, you need to obtain a marriage license. Now, it used to be before COVID, it was almost logistically impossible to do a wedding after graduation. That was because both parties had to appear in person. But during COVID, Richland County instituted an online application process. So now it's possible for months in advance, one of the individuals, the couple, can apply online for the marriage license. It can be mailed to them at their home wherever it is in the United States. Then that person can bring the license with them to Fort Jackson, and they can use it to get married graduation day. So you apply for your license, you meet with me after the graduation at one of the free venues. We perform the ceremony, we sign the paperwork, and then afterwards you take one of the copies of the marriage license as your original certificate of marriage, and I will file the other two copies with the court. Now, one thing to remember, afterwards, all soldiers go to what's called AIT, Advanced Infantry Training. Some people will stay at Fort Jackson, but most of the soldiers will go somewhere else, whether to Virginia or Oklahoma or even Texas or Missouri. It just depends. They can take that copy with them, but the problem is sometimes those military installations, because of the way South Carolina marriage licenses work, they will not accept it as proof of marriage. So what you'll need to do is get a certified copy of your marriage certificate immediately following the ceremony, like a week later. You can order it online and they can mail it to you. That process is also in a link below about what happens after the marriage ceremony. And of course, you can always call me or text me or send me an email and I can explain the whole process. Again, thank you for listening, and most of the information I have talked about is in the description.